barbarians at the gates. No retreat, no surrender, no plan B, says FFK. I think Fani Kayode is reacting to what Pastor Adefarasi was talking about, that people should have plan B. And a lot of people have come out to say, no, we are going nowhere. We are not going to run from these people. You want us to leave. How many people will be able to leave there? You now give the enemy opportunity to be able to get our land that we have been protecting. And that's why Fani Kayode is coming out to say, we will meet the barbarians at the gates. No retreat, no surrender, no plan B. And he was talking about in 1842, Thomas Babington Macaulay wrote his favorite poem titled Horatius at the Gates, and made a point that we can all learn from in Nigeria today. Yes, the poem is really so long, but it's encouraging people to go and read that. Well, we as Nigerians must read his words carefully, learn from brave Horatius, the greatest of all Romans, and be inspired and guided by his courage and strength. We must be proud of who and what we are, and we must be ready to stand for something, even at the cost of our lives. Some who I love and respect have said they have seen what is coming to our country and that we must have a plan B. I have seen what is coming to our country as well, and I have been saying so for the last few months and years. However, for me, there is no plan B. We may evacuate our women and children, but those of us that are men, I say again, there is and cannot be plan B. There is no running, there's no surrender, there's no capitulation, there is no escape. We have no other country. We have nowhere to go. And even if we did choose not to go, when and if the battle finally comes to stay here and either fight and win or fight and die, we are Nigerians. We are lions. We do not run from the battle. We do not buckle before the enemy. We are not cowards. We are warriors. We are fighters. We are men and women and strength of faith. We do not flinch in the face of danger. We do not run for our lives when the enemy is at our gates. We go out to meet them head on to the glory and in power. Boko Haram or any other terrorist organization will never fly its flag over Abuja, and neither will they ever take Lagos, Port Harcourt, Enugu, Kaduna, Jos, Ibadan, Sokoto, Awka, Maiduguri, or any of our other major cities. Every Christian will fight them. Every Muslim will fight them. Every Southerner will fight them. Every Northerner will fight them. Every Middle Belter will fight them. Every Nigerian will fight them. They think they are dividing us, but they are actually bringing us closer together. We are not Malians, Chadians, Nigerians, Sorags, Berbers, or Arabs. We are Nigerians, and we stand and fight for our motherland against these strange aliens and foreign invaders and their Western backers. Our God is mighty, and he will never abandon us. We will fight to the last man to preserve our nation and deliver her from the hands of these foreign barbarians that have come from a distant land to destroy us all and take our women, children, treasure, and land. Like great Horatius, we must stand at the gates and hold the bridge. Like gallant Horatius, we must fight and win, or we must fight and die. May God have mercy on our nation and our people, and may he cause us to fight a good fight. Let me conclude with this. Some are saying that the fight is and must be between ourselves and not between us and those foreigners from outside our shores that have invaded our land. How wrong they are. Some of us are planning on how to kill our brothers and compatriots, whilst the stranger from a distant land that hates us all is hiding in the forests, mountains, and plains of our country, and is preparing to slaughter us all to the last man, woman, and child. This is short-sighted and absurd. There's no doubt that major differences between us as a people which still need to be resolved. The battle still needs to be fought, and that and that mountain still needs to be removed. I, more than anyone else, is aware of this and have spoken about these differences, injustice, and inequalities over the last 5 years. And be rest assured that mountain will be removed, that valley will be leveled, that fight will be fought, and that justice will be set aside. But not today. Today we must come together as one to face down and fight the foreign foe and their relentless sponsors in the international community who have come to wipe us all off the face of the earth, turn our nation into cauldron of fire, and turn our women and children into chattel and slaves. They say they will use planes. Mm, they say they will use planes and chemical weapons to exterminate us. They say they will bomb us from the air and crush us from the land and sea. They say they have all the weapons, power, and strength that Satan has given them, and they are baying for our blood. They know they may indeed have all that, but they may indeed have all of that, but they do not have Almighty God, who is just and merciful and perfect in all his ways. They do not have God, the great or the living God, who is mighty in battle and who cannot be restricted. They do not have the ancient days or the Lord of hosts, who created and controls the universe. They do not have the Elohim or the El Shaddai, who forges the destiny of nations, who wields all powers in heaven and on earth, and who rules in the affairs of men. They do not have the Adonai or the Lion of the tribe of Judah, who created the sun, the moon, and stars, and who established the firmament before the creation of time. They do not have the man of war of the God of Abraham, Isaac, David, and Jacob, who is with us and who is our strong defender. It is in his name and by his power that I rally and call on the sons of the east, the sons of the west, the sons of the Niger Delta, the sons of the Middle Belt, and the sons of the north, to muster your strength, to stir up your courage, to stir your nerve, to see your nerve, to stand firm on the ramparts, and to come together as one in your power and glory to defend our land and our nation, and to uproot and usurp the barbarians that are at our gates. This is the challenge of our time, and we shall meet it head on. There's no plan B. We stand and we fight and win, or we stand and we fight and die. Glory, honor, and praise be to Almighty God, who has given us this great opportunity and task to defend the honor of our nation and our people and bring them to a safer place. We will never make peace with a savage and barbaric alien breed that feed fat on carnage and terror, and that are committed to the mass murder, ethnic cleansing, and genocide of our people. And neither shall we bend the knee or bow, tremble, and flee from them. Victory is ours because our cause is righteous, our people are noble, our warriors are strong, and our God is faithful. This is coming from Fanny Kayode. Well, my friend, no enemy can come from outside and invade your house if the enemy within is not on ground. I think that is the point I really want to point out. The people who invade them, somebody invited them deliberately. So I think in a nutshell, what he's trying to say is that no need for people to say plan B. You want to run and leave your country for these people, and he believes in what he believes, and he has explained what he meant by that. Leave your comment down there below and let's have your take. Thank you.